Hello and welcome to Lenovo Unboxed. This is Gavin here with Kevin.
How you doing, Gavin?
Good. How are you?
I'm well.
Good. Let's cut to the chase today. We've got a brand new ThinkPad for you guys today. It's the ThinkPad T430u. Kevin, this is a classic ThinkPad.
Correct.
It's in the T series,
Yep.
But there's a little bit of a switch, right? It's an Ultrabook.
Right. It is our second Ultrabook after the X1 Carbon. But the key difference here is that while the X1 Carbon was sort of the turbo model.
Yeah, shoot for the moon.
Right. This is the daily driver.
All right.
Right. As of today, when it went on sale, the web price for this is $740.
All right,
Right.
not a price formerly associated with ThinkPads, perhaps.
Right,
very affordable
right.
price, but still
Yep.
Some pretty nice specs. And
Yeah,
let's hack
absolutely.
the thing open and get
All
to
right,
it.
here we
shall
go. You can make some comments about this being the first time in a while that we've actually had a box.
This is the first time in a while that we've had a box. Anything else?
Nope.
No, you're right. We rarely have the box, so we're always happy, and we never fail to quip about it.
All right, so power adapter and cord. I'll
Good.
let you,
Good.
my lovely assistant Gavin, handle
Yes,
that for me.
indeed. I'll just drop that loudly on the floor.
There we go. Pull that off.
Uh-huh.
Let's get this puppy out of the bag.
And
here.
again, as most of you are probably acutely aware, the ThinkPad T series is really probably the most iconic. It's the most classic of the classic ThinkPads, and dating back to what was the first T series, Kevin?
That would be the T20, roughly in about 1999, 2000, something
Back
like
in
that.
the 1880s.
Yeah, way back in the primitive days of computing.
And I wish we had one here to put next to this thing because this thing is so sleek and so slim, and all the S words.
Right.
It's
Yep.
hard to fathom.
So as I said, this is our second addition to the line, the second Ultrabook that we're doing. We still are keeping, of course, the T430 and the T430S, right? But neither one of those are slim enough to be considered an Ultrabook by modern standards.
Okay.
So in order to have something that fit nicely into the portfolio and that represented a valuable addition,
All right.
for lack of a better way to put it, they went with something that would be sort of optimized for the price. $740 is still a great PC, but there will be some trade-offs, and we'll kind of go through those.
Sure.
Right?
Okay.
So
it's not absolute top of the line, but it looks pretty darn good from this angle. Holy cow. Looks nice. Yeah.
All right. So I guess the first thing, you said you'd heard from some folks who were asking about higher resolutions,
Yeah.
this sort of thing. So that's that's one of the things that makes it hit this price point is that it only has an HD screen. It's 1366 by 768. Some people like higher resolution. A lot of times I like higher resolution.
And so the X1 Carbon has
yeah.
a 1400 by 900.
900.
Is that right?
Yeah,
So
exactly.
If screen
Exactly.
resolution is incredibly important to you, maybe
Yep.
look at the Carbon. Again, there's a price difference there, so you're getting what you pay for essentially.
Yeah,
right?
absolutely. But in all respects, this is a full-on, full-blown ThinkPad. So there's a little bit of an internal view. Let's do our standard sort of around the horn on the ports here. Let me get over here where I can see these. So starting from this side, we've got our power adapter. We've got Ethernet, two USB 3.0s. We've got your combo headphone jack there.
Okay.
Nothing on the front. Over here on the side, we've got your SD card slot, one of your two cooling fan ports there, your security lock slot, and then in the back here we've got mini display port, HDMI, and I believe that should be the slot for the SIM card for the
Okay.
built-in wireless WAN.
Okay.
Right, so that's sort of one of the first points I want to make is that as a full-blown ThinkPad, not a consumer Ultrabook,
Right.
there are some things in here like having built-in wireless WAN,
Okay.
right, that you normally wouldn't find in a consumer Ultrabook that are important to business people.
Sure.
Right. You also have. Sorry, lost my train of thought. We also have.
We were talking about sports. I
Sports,
think,
yes.
actually. Yeah. Cricket.
We've got built-in discrete graphics in this, an
Yep.
NVIDIA graphics card up to 1 gig
Okay.
of discrete graphics. And unlike the majority of Ultrabooks on the market, we can support SSDs and rotational drives.
Okay.
And since we can support a rotational drive, you can actually get up to 1 terabyte of storage in this.
Okay. And as we continue to hurl the term Ultrabook around, it's worth
Yep.
noting if you are looking for what we tout as a strictly consumer model, we've got the IdeaPad, like the U410.
Right, right.
And so this is clearly geared towards businesses, but again, given the price point, you know, if I'm a consumer and
Right.
I like this look, which I personally
Right.
do, I'm not all about the flashy, shiny ones.
Right.
This to me would be a viable option. Before we open it back up at all, Kev. Talk to me about the material that's used in it. Obviously, the X1 Carbon was named after the carbon fiber.
Carbon fiber.
Does this actually have carbon fiber in it? Haven't we
No.
always put a little bit of carbon fiber in?
We have used carbon fiber in some ThinkPads since the very beginning, but not everyone. It's an expensive material, not as expensive as it used to be. But
again, a cost driver.
Right, both from a perspective of how much the actual material cost as well as the manufacturing processes to work with it. So in this, we've used aluminum, right? It keeps the weight down. It's strong. It's not as strong as carbon fiber. But again, it's different products that are accomplishing the same level of durability, reliability, all those things by using different materials.
Sure.
So the key thing, takeaway for like a business customer who's interested in this is it's a ThinkPad, just like the X1 Carbon.
Yep.
Passes all the same durability tests, all the same reliability tests, all the same mil spec. We get 8 mil spec certifications on this.
Right, the military spec tests. They bake it, they freeze it, they blow it with sand and dust and all that, right?
All that high, low temperatures, everything. So we're accomplishing the same level of durability, reliability, just with different materials at a different price point, right? Because not everybody's in the market for an X1 Carbon. There are people who are in the market for this.
Okay.
The only other real sort of, I would say, compromise or thing that you wouldn't get, like the X1 Carbon, because they're so thin, this is not as thin, is we don't have a traditional docking port. Okay. But we do have our USB 3.0 dock, which we talked about with the X1 Carbon.
And there's a separate video available on, our YouTube channel. Good.
So let's open this up and just do a brief view. I think most of you have seen a ThinkPad before, but this has our...
I have not, actually, so this is very exciting for me.
Our new keyboard with a 30% larger area for increased typing accuracy, and also available with fingerprint reader, right?
Oh,
so
nice,
again, kind of going in that vein of built for business.
It's funny. I'd gone with my password for a long time. I hadn't used the fingerprint reader in a while, and a couple months ago, I got my system re-imaged, and since then I've been all fingerprint. And I have to say, now that I'm doing it again, I realize why we put it there in the first place.
Yep, absolutely. So, to kind of sum all this up, we've got a product here, I think, at a very aggressive price point for what you get, right? A true business grade Ultrabook, mil-spec testing, ThinkPad reliability, durability, all that, $740. But it is differentiated, as we say, from the X1 Carbon by some features, and that just come along with being at a different price point.
Sure. And again, I remember seeing this is 21 millimeters thin or
thick.
Right,
21 millimeters, and just a hair under 4.1 pounds. Okay,
and compare that to other like a traditional non-Ultrabook.
Anywhere from 25, 26, probably at the thinnest, up to 30. For some traditional sort of corporate form factors, if you will.
Right.
Yep.
Good. What else to cover? Anything, Kevin?
No, I think that's pretty much it.
Well, that's the ThinkPad T430u, the second ever ThinkPad Ultrabook, and just on sale today as we're shooting this video. Definitely look for it wherever you are in the world. Thanks for being with us.
Thank you, Gavin.
Okay.
Thanks.